This chocolate cake is one of the most incredible chocolate cakes you will ever taste. It is fantastic. It's called a Guinness chocolate cake, and we're going to make the cake in the Thermomix. Then we'll make a ganache topping, which is basically chocolate and cream and really delicious, which we'll pour over the top of the cake. And then we'll whip some cream to serve with the cake. Absolutely an incredible dessert. You'll be very popular with your friends and your family when you make this. So here we are here. We'll just get started by using some Guinness, which we're going to open and weigh in to the Thermomix. Probably making a few of the gentlemen quite jealous that I'm opening this. And actually some of them might be cross because I'm using it in a cake. And then we're going to add 250 grams of butter. So I've got some chopped up butter here. This is unsalted butter. And I'm just going to melt them together for 3 minutes at 50 degrees, speed 1. And now we're coming near to the end of the melting time, and our Guinness and butter will be melted together. And when we add the other ingredients, it'll make a beautiful, soft, fluffy cream. The next thing to add is 60 grams of cocoa powder, which we're just going to weigh into the Thermomix bowl again. Of course, you can weigh straight from the pot if you want to. We've put them into bowls for this recipe film for you to see it looking all very beautiful. But that's one of the lovely conveniences of a Thermomix, is you can weigh straight from the pots. And we're going to put in 140 grams of sour cream and 400 grams of sugar. And then we're just going to put the lid on and add our teaspoon of vanilla. And then it goes in through the top, which is a very convenient thing. And we'll also add our 2 eggs. And we're going to set this to mix for 45 seconds at speed 5. Thermomix always sings when you've set the timer. So here's our chocolate mixture, all beautifully mixed and smooth. So the next thing is 280 grams of flour. So in it goes. Nice and easy again to pour from the packet. And then our soda bicarbonate, which I've already measured, 2.5 teaspoons. So we'll just mix this at speed 3 until it's mixed. It won't take very long at all. That should be done. We'll have a little peek. Here it is, all perfectly mixed. We'll pour that out into our cake tin. And it's a lined cake tin. It's just a spring-form cake tin, and it's got a piece of greaseproof paper in it, and the sides have been greased or buttered, whichever you prefer. And I'm just going to pour the mixture in, and it's ready to go. And of course you can get quite a lot more out of it if you've got somebody in your family like my mum, who said you can't leave that much mixture in the bowl. So here we go. Just finished getting that out. And here's another little tip for you. If you've got biscuit or cake mixture around the blade, then don't worry about that at all. You can actually put it back onto the Thermomix machine base, and you can flick it all off the blade really easily just by turning it to speed 8 or 10 for about a second. Less than a second. And then what happens is that all the mixture flicks to the side of the bowl and your blade is left almost totally clean. That also means that not only do you get extra mixture out for your cake or your biscuits, but you also have easier washing up. So here's your chocolate cake mixture ready to go into the oven, and you can bake it at gas mark for 180 degrees centigrade for anywhere between 3/4 of an hour and an hour and a quarter. Now we have the chocolate ganache, which couldn't be simpler to make. It's really, really easy. And all I'm going to do is weigh in 250 grams of chocolate pieces. You could use dark chocolate broken from a bar if you want to. I've got these beautiful little chocolate callets, or chocolate chips, some people would call them. And this is double cream. So we'll just pour in 250. And all we're going to do now is just melt the chocolate and the cream with a teaspoon of vanilla and a teaspoon of butter. In it goes. So here we go. The melting of chocolate couldn't be easier. 50 degrees, 3 minutes, and speed 1, speed spoon, speed 2. And here we are, all done and ready. So here it goes onto the cake. You can see that beautiful, beautiful gloss. And just when you get lots of it on, just spread it gently and let some dribble down the sides. And you get the most gorgeous, gorgeous chocolate cake, which will be eagerly anticipated and probably very quickly disappear from your kitchen. And we've just got some cream here, so I'm going to just put in the butterfly whisk. And the butterfly whisk is the only attachment that you get with your Thermomix. So I'm just putting it in on the blade unit, and it goes around with the blade, as you can see there. So the blade's in for everything that the Thermomix does. And speaking of attachments, there aren't any other attachments that you need to buy when you get a Thermomix. You get everything with it. So here we go, we'll weigh in about 250 grams of cream. Well, that was pretty good. Straight to 250. And I'm going to leave the measuring cup off this time because I want to add air into the mixture. And I'm going to whip the cream at between speed 2 and speed 3, and I'm going to watch it really carefully through the hole in the Thermomix lid, because as soon as it's softly whipped on top, I'm going to stop because it'll be a little bit more whisked underneath. It'll probably take between a few seconds and a minute and a half. And there we are with the cream softly whipped. So I'll just take out the butterfly whisk. And there is the softly whipped cream. So we'll just cut into our cake. I know that the chocolate ganache hasn't set yet on top, but that doesn't really matter. And if you do this with people around, I don't think they'll let you set the cake anyway, set the chocolate. And a nice little spoonful of the cream to drizzle over the side. And there you have Guinness chocolate cake with softly whipped cream.